Biz üstümüzdeki yorganı, altımızdaki döşeği göçmen kardeşlerimize verdik buraya geldikleri zaman. Ama göçmen, adı üzerinde göçmen. Zamanı geldiği zaman yerlerine göç edilmesi lazım.
Cumhurbaşkanı duyuyorsa sesimizi bir an önce toplasın, herkesi yerine yurduna yerleştirsin.
Orada bir savaş vardı. Bu savaş bitene kadar dedik misafirimiz olsunlar, ölmesinler, çocuklara zarar gelmesin. Ama bu saatten sonra zararı gören biziz.
Many surveys show that 80% or more than 80% of Turkish voters believe that all Syrians, they have to go back to their own country.
On May 31st, 2022, Esenyurt, a district in Istanbul with a large population of migrants, witnessed these chaotic scenes after rumors of a 10-year-old Turkish boy being sexually harassed by an immigrant in a local mosque. Residents of the neighborhood surrounded the mosque, intending to take justice into their own hands. It began with this video supposedly showing a child who witnessed the harassment take place.
Bizim yanımıza yaklaştı, el sıkıştı, arkadaşımın adını sordu. Benim adını sordu abi. Sonra oturduk, arkadaşım saçıyla oynuyordu, birden özel bölgesine dokundu abi.
Turkish police had to intervene to disperse the angry crowds to prevent violence. Following investigation, a Syrian man was arrested by police and held on sexual harassment charges. A local court confirmed the arrest, but that didn't quell the concerns of residents.
Biz böyle şeyler istemiyoruz. Mesela dün benim oğlan camiye gitmek istemedi. Korkmuş gitmek istemedi. Ben rahat bir şekilde yabancılar geldiğinden beri çoluk çocuğumu dışarıya çıkaramıyorum, parka çıkaramıyorum.
Biz zaten toplum olarak düşük seviyede yaşayan bir toplumuz. Sen hırlıyı hırsızı içimize sokarak bu olmayan refah seviyesini daha da düşürürsen sorun burada başlıyor.
Onların sayesinde hayat şartları da yükseldi, onların sayesinde kiralar da yükseldi, onların sayesinde hayatımızda bitti. Bir işe gidiyoruz, adam diyor ki ben sana diyor 4 milyar asgari ücret vereceğim, 2 tane Suriyeli çalıştırırım. 2 adam çalışmış olur.
These scenes have become more common in Turkey over the last few months. The discontent is fueled by social media reports of crime or harassment by refugees or those of immigrant background. Some of the reports are authentic, some are not, but nearly every day there's a new viral video capturing the attention and anger of Turks online. And in some particular cases, that turned into violence against alleged perpetrators. In one incident last August, hundreds of angry people attacked Syrian properties and shops in Ankara's Altındağ district after a Turkish teenager died in a stabbing attack by Syrian refugee. More recently in Hatay, the house and workplace of a Syrian refugee was attacked after reports of sexual harassment to a Turkish girl. But this wasn't always the case. Refugees were welcomed with a sense of brotherhood when they first arrived in 2011.
As a result of economic crisis, most probably, and increased discontent towards government policies, and because of all other societal tensions, people started to express negative feelings towards refugees and other immigrants.
Muhammad and Hamza are two Syrian cousins helping their fathers run a small grocery shop right next to the mosque that made the headlines. They're also surprised by the change in the perception against Syrians.
هون نحن يعني بتركيا صرنا 6 سنين يعني ما في لا تحرش ولا شيء جيراننا من هون وجيراننا يعني كويسين كثير يعني هون علينا وما في شيء تحرش.
Hamza is a classmate of the child harassed at the mosque.
زعلت على رفيقي ضربوا للياسين وياسين شخص كويس وضرب على السوا. هون أمه عرفت لياسين إنه هو انضرب فراحوا وشافوا الضرب أجت الشرطة وياسين شخص كويس ورفيقي هو سألته يعني عنده هون ببطنه كتلة زرقاء من الضرب.
Security and economic concerns may be seen on the surface, but deep down the reason behind rising xenophobia seems to be more emotional than financial.
Majority of Turks, they don't like Arabs or other Eastern societies. Now they are here. That kind of encounter created a kind of cultural divide, cultural fight between different camps. The Turkish people perceive themselves as more modern, westernized individuals, and they perceive all these newcomers and even Arabs who are coming with touristic visits as backward individuals, uncivilized individuals.
This cultural divide has become a central issue in political debates when Turks realized that many Syrians were here to stay. A number of opposition parties have suggested the number of Syrian refugees is too high and that some should be deported. A few candidates have even made it their primary campaign premise. The first was Ümit Özdağ, the president of the small but vocal Nationalist Victory Party. He started turning heads after a series of videos interviewing Syrian shopkeepers.
He arrived in Turkey 7 years ago. He speaks very little Turkish. He got citizenship and a gun license. He opened a jewelry store in Izmir with the permission which allows him to open a store only in Şanlıurfa. There are 900,000 more of them. Turkey, aren't you aware of the danger?
Mustafa, vatanına dönmeyi ister misin? Yok. Neden? Burada risk var. Burada vatandaş olduğunu mu? Evet. Bir gösterir misin kardeşim? O silah taşıma ruhsatın da var. Sen daha iyi Türkçe yapıyorsun. Sen niye öğrenmiyorsun? Az yani. Ama vatandaş olmuşsun da.
The videos went viral, giving Özdağ a national profile and cementing the fears around refugees as an election issue. Özdağ vows that if he's elected, he will send back all migrants to their home countries, and his popularity is increasing day by day.
According to polls, these attempts didn't get its rewards. Still, this party has a less than 2 or 1%. It is almost invisible in the polls, but it created a kind of very strong political effect.
The second strongest opposition party, E-Party, which stays on the central right, has also added sending Syrians back to their agenda.
Ben gideyim Suriye'ye, Beşar Esad'la ve onun çevresiyle, devlet insanlarıyla görüşeyim ve ülkemizde Suriye'den gelen göçmenleri Beşar Esad'la el sıkışıp ülkelerine gönderelim.
But how do the Syrians feel all about this?
صار لي 5 سنين هون تركيا. كان ما في مشاكل، الامور تمام، شوي شوي في عنصريه شوي، يعني مو الكل، يعني بدك تقولي 10%، مو الكل. لا ما في خوف، رحنا خوفنا بس على رزقنا ومحلاتنا، رحنا ما عملنا شيء لحتى نخاف، ما لنا خايفين. الخوف بس على الرزق وعلى المحل، لاني وقت لا بصير تكسير محلات ما بيهجم واحد اثنين، بيهجموا 500 600 واحد، كسروا المحلات، هذا الخوف بس. يعني كل واحد بحب يرجع على بلده، وانا بحب ارجع على بلدي، بس في حرب، في مشاكل، يعني اي واحد يكون في عنده حرب ما برجع على بلده.
Currently, Turkey hosts the largest number of refugees in the world. The UN says it's around 4 million, but the real figures are hard to know. Hundreds of thousands of others have crossed into Turkey but remain undocumented. And more than 750,000 children of Syrian background were born in Turkey since 2011. In order to calm the rising discontent, President Recep Tayyip Erdogan, who up until now has always defended refugee rights, is beginning to change his tune. In May, he announced plans to relocate 1 million refugees from Turkey to northern Syria. He said this would only happen voluntarily.
Şimdi de ülkemizde misafir ettiğimiz 1 milyon Suriyeli kardeşimizin gönüllü geri dönüşünü sağlayacak yeni bir projenin hazırlıkları içindeyiz. Konuttan okul ve hastaneye kadar günlük hayatın tüm ihtiyaçlarıyla, tarımdan sanayiye kadar kendi kendine yeterli tüm ekonomik altyapı bu projenin içinde yer alacak.
Anti-refugee sentiments are continuing to heighten, fueled by an economic crisis and upcoming presidential elections. The big question is, will Turkey find a sustainable solution to a crisis on its own turf?